Get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. It's on the road tomorrow as the Bulls wrap up this home stretch. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
This is one of those games you have circled on the calendar as soon as the schedule is released. It's one of the best rivalries the NBA has to offer. And Clark, I know you and I just get excited when we get these matchups ourselves.
No doubt about it, Steve, because it seems like these two teams always have a reason to be angry at each other, and that brings out the best basketball in both of them, and we love that.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Carter Williams, Parker out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Spencer Hawes, and it's Atkins in at the shooting guard. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Clock at 6. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Conley into the lane. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Conley's got his first basket. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Carter Williams with it. 9-point game his last outing. Pass to Atkins. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Hawes the pass to Atkins. That's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Conley kicks to James. Noah with a screen for James. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Milwaukee with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Antetokounmpo. The three-pointer, no good. The Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And it's Milwaukee's ball. 6-point game. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Now here's Gibson after the miss from James. Noah with a screen for James. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. James has got 8 points.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, or where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Here's Atkins off the left rim and out.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Now James. He's coming off a 13-point game against...
Oh, get it! What happened? These teams don't look like they belong on the same court today.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to have a double-digit lead this early.
Bucks trail by 10.
Okay, fellas, you all know who we're going to be running the offense through. Set screens away from the ball to free him up. We got to make sure he gets open looks. Got it? Good.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through James. As we know, that's not a role he shies away from. They always lean on him to drive their offense, and Coach wants to lean on him again today. He also said that their work on the offensive glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way toward deciding this game. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Conley after the basket by Milwaukee. The drive by James, and he makes good on the layup. James has got 12. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Here's Atkins. Can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, shooting as poorly as they did, there was very little chance they would.
Oh, get it! Watch out now.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Carter Williams against Conley. Carter Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo, and not sure what he was thinking there. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Carter Williams with the bucket.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Bulls leading by 12. Conley off the pick from James. James left side. And it's good. James has got 16 points.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Carter Williams, the pass to Hawes. To the left side wing. And the pass to Atkins. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's Parker. And James pulls it down. Here's Chicago. They're on a 20-6 run. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Butler kicks to James. Feeds it to Conley. James sets the screen for Conley. Back to James. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 18 points for easy breezy.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Atkins. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Bulls up by 16. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
Bucks trail by 16. James in a 2-guard. Tony Snell is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Larson in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Easy breezy, and their last game against the Heat was simply terrific. He finished with 13 points, but also put up 4 boards.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game, or has it, taken a toll physically?
I think it just depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on, how he's feeling physically overall, but usually a guy who has a big night like that, it's going to carry over with just the confidence. It'll carry to the next game.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you on there, Steve. There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you. When you've performed well, then you feel like you can do it again and again and again.
Bulls moving the ball around. Back to Brooks. James, a screen on Carter Williams. Brooks dishes to James. Just 5 on the clock. Snell kicks to James. Second chance shot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Number 5, the Bulls.
You know, a team that shares the ball freely will create opportunities for the right player to score more times than not. They don't have to force it. Everybody recognizes that if they move and get open, the ball will find them.
And he makes the first. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Tyler Ennis. How this year is going for him. He's averaging 7 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Not reflected, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Here is Dudley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Michael Carter Williams again.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in field goal percentage. Fewest turnovers per game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
Ennis with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Got a piece of it, and it's the Bulls with the ball. Chicago leading by 19 points. The drive by James. Johnson kicks to James, and they double up James. Brooks the pass to Snell. Clock at 6. Here's James, and it's good. James has got 7 now in this quarter.
What a job he's doing here.